Theresa May will face the Commons amid intense Tory pressure to drop her Brexit plans as officials in Brussels gather to discuss their latest move in the talks. Top EU officials will be briefed behind closed doors by chief negotiator Michel Barnier following intensified talks in the run-up to a crunch summit next week. Mrs. May will appear for the first session of Prime Minister's Questions on Wednesday after a party conference season dominated by Brexit divisions. Former Brexit Secretary David Davis warned of dire consequences for Conservatives at the next general election if the government sticks to its negotiating stance on EU withdrawal. David Davis warned of dire consequences for the Tories if the Prime Minister sticks to her negotiation stance. EPA. In a letter to fellow Tory MPs, he said a deal based on Mrs. May's Chequers plan would deliver none of the benefits of Brexit and reduce the UK to being a rule-taker from Brussels. Brexit Secretary Dominic Raab, meanwhile, said differences remained between the UK and EU on the withdrawal agreement but insisted, "We are closing in on workable solutions." He told Tory Brexiteers their calls for a Canada-style trade deal would be a shortcut to no deal. Speaking at the House of Commons, Mr. Raab said the final few weeks of talks are always going to be tough, but that was all the more reason for the UK to hold our nerve. Mr. Raab addressed MPs on Tuesday evening. EPA, he added, "I remain confident we will reach a deal this autumn," saying it is time for the EU to match the pragmatism we have shown. Labour's shadow Brexit Secretary Sir Keir Starmer responded by saying Mr. Raab's statement would have been much better coming from the Prime Minister. He said, "It's no good hiding behind the badge of the Salzburg summit as informal. It was the PM who pushed for Brexit to be on the agenda at Salzburg. And it was the PM who failed to secure a breakthrough." Irish Foreign Affairs Minister Simon Coveney warned of carnage if Britain crashed out of the EU but said he believed it was unlikely that would happen. Mrs. May told her cabinet that Britain will not accept an EU withdrawal deal without a precise political declaration setting out how its requirements on trade and security will be delivered. Despite optimistic comments from senior EU figures about the prospect of progress at the October 17-18 European Council summit, the PM made clear that agreement has not yet been reached on key issues including the Irish border. More about Theresa May, Brexit, European Union.